Just kidding.
All right.
The great fundamental issue now before our people can be stated briefly. It is, are the American people fit to govern themselves, to rule themselves, to control them?
Every thoughtful citizen who despairs of war and wishes to bring peace should begin by looking inward.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
We, the people. We, the people, tell the government what to do. It doesn't tell us.
We must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
We should bring our troops home, change our foreign policy, quit these ridiculous wars. We would be safer and richer for it. You have a government that provides national defense, but you don't have militarism and you police the world.
What is up?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Yep. It is a little late for Glutton for Liberty, but
Yep.
it's got to work out schedules. So we're back,
Yep.
but just on a different day.
Yeah, a little late, but we're still bringing it to you. We didn't forget.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't forget. It just, we got busy and shit.
Yeah, family stuff. It happens, okay? It happens. You just gotta yell at
Yeah.
me, guys. Jeez.
These are things.
Yeah.
Life happens.
Yep.
So yeah, we got some stuff. It'll probably be a shorter one this day.
Yeah, it is late for us, so we're not trying to go all night. But,
Yeah, we can't go all night long with each other.
no. Yeah, pretty quick,
Get
you
drunk
know.
for that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Got a prostate issue. Got ED, dude.
Yeah, it shortens things up quite a bit. So,
Yeah.
but
So yeah, we got some stuff. Just shit happening around the U.S.
mm-hmm.
This is not world news. Remember that. It's
Yeah.
a regular podcast.
And some interesting stuff has happened. Actually, within the last couple of days and this week, especially, quite a bit has happened. So we're gonna cover it for you guys.
Yeah.
So what do we got first?
I believe. Let me open up my thing here. Make sure it's getting everything. Yeah.
Right. Oh, watch the stream.
Good.
Which one is this? Oh yeah. Okay. So UPS. So I don't know if you guys have heard, UPS is laying off a bunch of people, and they're closing down a ton of facilities. So we're going to kind of graze through that a little bit. So, yeah.
Let's do it.
While announcing it had a better first quarter than expected, UPS revealed it will be making some big changes. The logistics company said it will cut 20,000 jobs in an effort to lower costs. It also plans to shut down 73 of its buildings by the end of June.
73 buildings,
UPS
wow.
originally said it would cut
That is
12,000
pretty
jobs,
crazy.
but economic uncertainty as well as an expected decrease in Amazon shipments has the company scrambling to save money. In January, UPS said it planned to slash millions of Amazon deliveries, with CEO Carol Tomei
That
saying,
dude's haircut.
Amazon is our largest customer,
It's pretty
but it's
crisp.
not our most profitable. UPS says it expects to save about $3.5 billion.
I think his hair was painted on.
Yeah, it did. It didn't look
UPS
real.
also expects to see a decrease in traffic from Chinese e-commerce platforms Temu and Shein. That forecast comes after the U.S. said it will
Shein.
begin collecting
Yeah, so we'll
tariffs
get
on
into
goods
that
were,
a
until
little
now,
more as well.
duty-free up to $800. That'll do it for your daily briefing. From
Thanks,
UPS,
lady.
I'm Shedeur
Whoever she is, thank you.
Thanks, pretty
So,
lady.
She kind of briefed it a little bit here, but I got a little more information on that. So,
Do you want me to stop screen sharing?
sure, yeah, I'll pull this up. That way you guys can read along. We're not going to read all of this, trust me. But let me read some of it. Why don't it do it?
Watch tweet.
Watch Twain.
Chat Jippet.
All right, so basically, UPS is set to decrease its package volume from Amazon, which is its largest customer, by over 50% by mid-2026. While Amazon accounted for nearly 12% of UPS's revenue in 2024, the partnership was deemed less profitable. The strategic move aims to enhance UPS's domestic operating margins. So that's good. They're kind of like they're trying to not rely off Amazon so much, I think, is a big part of this.
I wonder what can, because the post office does that too. So I'm wondering, how this is like, if they're trying to move it here domestically and like just kind of worry about more shit here, like how does that even work? Because
honestly,
are they just gonna create their own Amazon? Like, you know how like, so Walmart has its own version of like Amazon where it's like a marketplace, so like anybody can sell shit on there, but just Walmart is like the host of like where they can sell their shit. So like,
yeah.
Are they gonna do something similar? Or
I mean, if they do that, then they're in competition with Amazon, which would be even, and Amazon is the biggest. Yeah, they're the biggest on the planet. So, and I know a lot of this. She said something about Temu, because of these tariffs on China. That has a big, where is it? Somewhere in here. Like she said, UPS plans to close 73 leased and owned buildings by the end of June in 2025, which is a lot. These facilities are quite large. 20,000 people are going to be getting laid off. Here it is. So the Trump administration's tariffs, including 145% levy on Chinese goods and the elimination of the de minimis, I don't know what that means, exemption for items under $800 have disrupted the global trade. This has particularly affected shipments from Chinese retailers like Shein and Temu, which I've bought a bunch of shit on Temu before. But that leading to decreased parcel volumes for UPS, because a lot of things that we buy off those websites ends up being shipped by UPS to us. So I think that's a big reason is this whole thing. They're kind of having to figure something else out, get away from Amazon, kind of do their own thing, because it's getting expensive for them. So
maybe they'll do like a contract with Shein and Temu, because I think those websites are like the Chinese equivalent to like Amazon.
Oh yeah,
those are just marketplaces.
Yeah,
like AliExpress, shit like that.
Yeah, and we're a huge consumer for those companies. America is a huge consumer.
Nothing but junk though. Like when I think
it really
of Temu,
is,
I just think of just crap. Like not even just like quality shit.
It's like Wish.com. Do you remember Wish.com?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did buy a couple things off Wish that were pretty sweet. Like this high powered laser. That was pretty sweet. That shot like 2-3 miles down the road. Was pretty cool. But other than that, I bought some other things. Like a mask. It was supposed to be like this badass, I think, Army of Two mask, but it was some just plastic cheap shit. It was a terrible mask. It's really 50-50 off those websites for sure. But
the only thing that I've seen that you can buy that's legit is some things, but like computer parts, and like I've seen legit like processors on there for cheaper than you can get them here in the States.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I think that's pretty much it. That kind of covers most of this UPS situation. We'll just kind of have to wait and see what else is going to happen with it. But yeah, they're supposedly, I think she said it in that video, they're supposed to save like $3 billion annually or something if they break away from Amazon and kind of go more domestic. So yes, that's the UPS story. So things are changing in the shipping world, which was to be expected.
Yeah, and UPS, I think are they weaker than FedEx? I'm not sure if they're like a bigger company than FedEx.
I'm not too sure. I do know that FedEx has a worse reputation for like their workers, like their delivery drivers and shit. That could have just been like a meme online for a while, but like destroyed, products and boxes and shit, like videos of FedEx workers like throwing their shit at the door, not caring about it. FedEx has a bad rap for that, but I do feel like UPS is smaller.
Yeah, I got when I moved cross country, I had somebody send me stuff like that some of my things in the mail through like UPS or whatever.
Yeah.
And my computer monitor at the time, which was pretty sick, it was a nice ass fucking Samsung, and I got shipped through USPS, the post office.
Oh, okay.
And they fucking destroyed it, dude. Looked like it got ran over by like a fucking pallet jack or something.
Oh my god, the whole box is just destroyed.
Yeah, it's just, and then they delivered it like that. I was like, what the fuck is this? You just fucked up my box.
I've never personally had a bad package delivered that I can think of. I mean, I honestly just use Amazon now. Like, I don't know the last time I've had an actual UPS truck drop something off for me. She's just always, I just shop on Amazon and I just get shit through Amazon. And it's always in an Amazon truck, Amazon box, so I don't know. So, should be interesting.
Yeah, Amazon has done a lot of their own delivery now.
Oh, yeah.
So
they even hire,
huge.
like our buddy, Jose. He works for a guy that is hired through Amazon but has, like, his own trucks and has personal drivers to deliver Amazon packages. So they have private drivers too. All right, hold on, this is loading up. All right, I got your screen now.
They have privates.
They have private parts in their vans.
Yeah. All right. So this is the next thing. Some dipshit was interviewing Trump, and they're basically just trying to call him out for that dude because they're still fighting for this fucker that got deported.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they want him back so bad. I mean, I understand that he like had a family, but he also had a number of years to fucking apply for citizenship.
And he was also here illegally. Just put that out there again. I know people hate hearing that, but he wasn't here legally, which means illegal.
Dude,
word means something.
Thing, right? And people are like, well, they're undocumented. Because my mom was like talking to some guy about some shit like that. And he like got on her about, they're undocumented, not illegal. It's like, dude, first of all, shut the fuck up. You're a pussy. But also, every country in the fucking world, they fucking enforce their immigration laws.
Yeah, exactly.
Every country.
Yeah.
And why are we supposed to be the exception?
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. 100% agree.
I mean, some dude that got fucking deported from Australia or New Zealand or some shit, right?
Oh, really? No, I haven't heard that.
I thought you knew somebody that did.
Oh, no, it was New Zealand. Yeah, Bernie. Yeah, my old friend Bernie. So he went to a little short story. He went to New Zealand with like $600 or something, and then he just kind of stayed there and like hoboed around until he ran out of money. And then he turned himself in because he was there illegally. He ended up getting deported. I don't know how he got deported, but he overstayed his stay, if that makes sense. And then he kind of had to turn himself in because he had no money so that they could ship him back to the United States. Because he's like, I have no money and I'm past my visa, so I need to get home. So
he got a visa? I thought he like smuggled himself to New Zealand or something.
No, I think he got a visa for a certain amount of time. He was allowed to be there for a certain amount of time or something. Overstayed his welcome, and then he got deported. But he actually like turned himself in or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be here. I have no money.
Yeah. That's one way to get a free flight home.
Right? Yeah, it worked. I'm an illegal.
I should just do that next time actually I'd never travel abroad, but if I do, I should just want to go somewhere for like a long time and then just be like, yeah, I don't have any money. Can you guys send me back?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Go there with just enough money to do what you want. And then, get a free flight home. Buy a one-way trip. Because that's what he did. He did a one-way flight.
Yeah. It's like a 6-year vacation.
Yeah. He was there for a few months, too. I know he was there for a while. Maybe 6 months. Maybe not that long. God. Maybe not that long. But
like New Zealand though too. I don't even know like what's there to like. I mean, it's beautiful, but I mean,
island Australians. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, he met some nasty chick there though. That he was fooling around with. She would like spit in his mouth and shit. I'm like, ugh! Don't tell me that. I did not want to hear that. Now you all get to know.
I mean, I did some girl that wanted me to spit in her mouth.
Yeah, that's disgusting to me. I couldn't do it. If a girl told me that, I'd be like, I'm turned off now. Spit's disgusting to me.
Yeah, she was hot, but she was just a garbage person, which made her gross.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, here's this fucker.
Yeah.
Arguing
back
with
on track.
El Trumpo.
He said he wasn't a member of a gang. And then they looked, and on his knuckles, he had MS-13.
There's a dispute.
Well, wait a minute. He had MS-13 on his knuckles tattooed.
He had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute.
The way he said that.
He did not have the letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was Photoshopped. So let me
he's trying to cut it short.
Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. I picked you, Terry, but you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry.
Listen to me.
I saw the picture.
And you think it was Photoshopped? Well,
here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Go look at his hand. He had MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them. I want to turn to Ukraine.
He's trying to brush it off.
I want to get to Ukraine.
No.
He's like, no, motherfucker.
Yeah, listen.
Not interpreted. This is why people no longer believe the news, because
when
it's
he was
fake
photographed
news.
in El Salvador, they aren't there. But let's just go. They aren't there when he's in El Salvador.
They weren't there, but they're there now, right?
No,
but they're there
in
now.
your picture.
Terry.
Ukraine, sir.
He's got MS-13 on his knuckles.
This is hilarious.
Okay.
I can't believe they aired this.
Yeah, I know.
We'll take a look at
Why
that,
don't you
sir.
just say yes, he does, and go on to something else?
He's got a
Damn, dude. Trump was just not letting him get away with that. He was like, no, he does. He does. Does he?
Yeah.
I'm sure he does.
Really,
I want to see a picture.
I really appreciate that, dude, because it's like they do this all the time. They're like, they just lie about shit, and then they're like, all right, well, let's move on.
Yeah, and they try and shrug it off before an actual answer comes. And Trump's like, oh, hell no. No.
Yeah, and then what they'll do is they'll run with this shit, and then they'll make it news for like the next 3 days, like Trump lies about this or whatever, and it's like, oh my.
Yeah, he wasn't letting
people
him
just
get into a lie like that this time.
Yeah, I think everyone's tired of that shit, dude. Nobody cares anymore. They're like, dude, we don't even. Who the fuck watches ABC News? Except old people, I think.
Yeah, my grandparents. I know they do.
Yeah,
they're more CNN, so they're a little worse. But
oh god.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. ABC's not much worse, or not much better.
MSNBC is also trash. It's all trash. It's all trash. I don't even watch Fox News, to be honest. I mean, I could just because they're just as biased, but they tell a lot more truth than other.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Barely more.
Yeah, I know. Like Tucker Carlson left Fox or got fired from Fox or something because they wouldn't let him speak exactly what he wanted to say.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
I like Tucker.
I do too.
Tucker's the man. We might have to talk about some of his shit this weekend when we record because
yeah, absolutely.
He we'll get into it, but he says something about how possibly the Ukrainians were trying to assassinate Trump. That that guy in Florida. Ooh. He was linked to Ukraine and shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's asking them for missiles and RPGs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we might.
We'll definitely have to get into that, dude. Yeah, because they knew that Trump would want to, stop funding that shit. So if they were trying to assassinate him, we should definitely stop funding that shit if that's the case.
Yeah.
Fuck Ukraine if that's the case.
Yeah, exactly. We should just. No, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to get sued or flagged or something, but
yeah,
I don't much care for Zelensky.
I don't either.
I think he's a small man, literally.
Yeah.
But he's also just kind of a bitch, dude. I mean, they don't know what happened to billions of dollars of our shit, of our money.
Well, I mean, we kind of covered it before. It's got to be that fucking ski resort that they're building.
Oh yeah,
or some shit.
That's just
some of the money.
That's just. Yeah, I was gonna say that's just part of it. Plus, a lot of that money too that we send. People are like, it's just equipment. No, dude, we literally paid for their government to run.
Yeah, 100%.
We were sending them money so people could get paid and shit to run their government.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Yeah, we'll definitely have to get into that. There's something shady going on, and I want to dig into it. So
maybe we'll do it with world news or something.
Yeah,
it's hard to do world news because all of it revolves around America.
It does. Yeah, we keep. Yeah. I was just thinking that.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on.
Yes.
RFK. This was 6 days ago, so we're a little late on this, but just want to touch on it real quick.
There's things that we'll never be able to eliminate, like sugar.
Sugar
is poison, and Americans need to know that. It is poisoning us. It's giving us a diabetes crisis. When I was a kid, I always say this. A typical pediatrician would see 1 case of diabetes in his lifetime. Today, it's 1 out of every 3 kids who walk through his office door. In our most recent study from NIH, 38% of American teens, half our adult population. This is existential. We are spending
This is existential.
as much on mitochondrial disorders like diabetes as we spend on our military budget.
He's not wrong, though.
We can't continue to exist like this.
It's became such a problem, dude.
Yeah. Imagine if this fool fucking had a podcast. Could you even listen to that, dude?
No, for like an hour podcast, there's no way. I could watch shorts of him or like, small speeches, but I could not. He's been on, I think like with Theo Vaughn and shit, and I've listened to some of that podcast, but it's hard to listen to that guy talk for too long. I like him though. I am a fan. I am a fan of him.
I like that he's jacked because our last health department of the health,
that tranny,
the head of the health department, that weird fat tranny,
that huge man chick.
Looked like a fucking I don't know, like one of the monsters from like Monsters Inc. or something. Like the secretary lady.
I saw one video and like people, they were like, "Why do you hate RFK so much? Just look at the last couple, heads of health that we've had, and it's that fat tranny." Sorry, I'm gonna say tranny. I don't know how else to say it, but fat tranny, and then the other one was like some dude that was just even bigger. Like they're in charge of health, and this guy's like 500 pounds or whatever, So RFK, I like him. I'm a fan.
Yeah,
weird
cool.
voice or not.
Yeah. They're putting cancer in the sugar.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, people are like, so I think what's gonna fuck up his thing is because of he said that shit about like autistic kids or whatever, like they're not gonna have a normal family and it breaks up families and all this shit. Like
right.
I know a bunch of women that have autistic children, which also I actually pointed this out years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Damien he'll be able to attest to this, but I'm like, what the fuck is up with all these bitches and their autistic kids? Like I've noticed that they have a lot of autistic children all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And because dude, so many of them I know have like fucked up I mean, I don't want to say fucked up because they're still people, but
yeah.
Anyways, he might not be able to do well because he said that, but still he is doing good things with this red 40 and shit. Like, but people are going against it, and people are now, all the shit libs are gonna put fucking red 40 flags in their bio.
Oh my god, dude! Like it is poison. Because I remember even, I want to say I was in middle school and I heard about like red Gatorades and yellow Gatorade, just that coloring in foods is the worst. I didn't know much about it, but red 40 it's poison. It's so bad for you, and if you're ingesting that like often, it's terrible. And yellow is the next worst color, I believe. But,
sorry.
No, you're good. It's that I'm glad somebody's actually taken a stand to that.
Right.
For sure.
I mean, I think he's going to do good things. I mean, he at least wants to take shit out of the foods that are banned in other countries, which is, I don't know why that's such a big deal.
I know. Dude. People don't want to be healthy. Maybe it'll heal some of this mental crisis that's going on in this country, too.
Right,
all this shit food that they're eating.
And then he was talking about looking at vaccines, and people were still against that, too. They're like, vaccines are totally safe. They never do anything. But it's like, in some cases, they can hurt people, and maybe they need to be studied a little more. Or which ingredient is in them that needs to be
and there is proof that the rise in autism in children has risen since the 50s, like a lot. It's like 60% or some crazy shit. Not 60%, but it's an insane number.
Well, it's like now like 1 in 32 kids.
And it has to do with vaccines, the food that we eat, just the regularities that we think is normal that we're eating is fucking our children up. And we're growing up to be retards, and it's not okay.
Yeah. It's a nation full of retards.
Yeah.
But people were saying, though, their excuse for the rise in autism is because they didn't know what autism was back then. Then they're studying it more. That's why they're supposedly finding more cases. Supposedly, I mean, that's their counter argument.
I guess that's fair in a way, but like if somebody's off a little bit, it's noticeable.
Yeah, maybe they probably weren't calling it autism. They're like, he's just a little retarded.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe not as much documentation, but there's not, I'm sure they were documenting something like, oh, there's this many weird. There's been statistics being made for forever.
But also at the same time too, that what would correlate with that possibly is, so there's rising autism rates, but there was also all these companies were using new chemicals and shit in their food, like preservatives or dyes or whatever that could possibly cause that. So maybe that's also has to do with the rise. I mean, we got to wouldn't we want to figure that out and not have like a bunch of
absolutely.
Not saying that autistic children are bad or whatever, they suffer.
Right.
But I mean, more normal pregnancies would be nice, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
me personally, I don't want to have an autistic kid, but if I have one, I'm going to like love him or whatever, but I prefer not to have a kid with needs.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes sense that there would be a rise in that with all the experimentation in foods that has happened within the last 100 years.
Yeah.
Like how much food has changed in the last 100 years. It just makes sense that there has been changes in babies, and it just coincides. Like what you put in your body is extremely important. If we're poisoning ourselves, I'm glad that they're looking into that and taking that out. Let's make this nation a bit healthier.
Nothing wrong with it. They're also talking about they're talking about not letting people on food stamps buy like junk food, which I agree is a good thing.
I agree with that. Yeah,
my mom's on food stamps now. So, like, when we go to the store, like, I pick out, like, even her, like, she might get maybe some cookies, but, like, so she might not be able to get cookies now? Whatever, I'll buy her some cookies. But,
sure, yeah.
Yeah, when we go to the store, it's all healthy shit, like, shit that, not even healthy, just whole foods, like, not a bunch of processed shit.
Yeah, yeah. Like, stuff you can make meals out of, real food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I still have food stamps that I got before I started this new job, so I still have it till like July or whatever. But me and my sister literally only buy meat with it. We don't buy anything else but meat, or maybe some veggies here and there. But yeah, we buy something we can actually cook. So I'm not opposed to it. I know a lot of family members have relied on food stamps and they buy shit with it, just crap, snacks and. Flaming Hot Cheetos, I don't think you should be able to buy with food stamps if you have a family.
Yeah. I had a friend in high school, his sister had food stamps. Dude, they had so much fucking food. It was crazy. All brand name, none of it store brand.
Oh, wow.
Dude, it was insane. It was tight going over there, like getting all high and then like fucking just eating
everything you can imagine.
Eat whatever you want.
Yeah. I don't make that much food stamps. I think I get like 200 something a month, so it's like just enough to get the meats and the veggies that I need for the month. But
yeah, that's typically what you get, I think, as an individual.
Yeah, but my sister, like with a kid and shit, when she was on food stamps, she was getting a lot of food stamps. A lot of money with food stamps.
Isn't that crazy how much? Dude, you could buy a protein powder with food stamps.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When I had them, I used to buy like the big ass tub because they had the brand that I use at Walmart.
Yeah.
So I'd buy a fucking. It was only like $40, but still, I didn't know you could use that.
I didn't either. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I got till July for free food, dude.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shit, let me get some food stamps, dog.
Got you. Hey, that's illegal. We'll talk about this off illegal. The pod, dude. Just kidding. It's a federal crime.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
Jail for fraud.
Yeah.
I like how we'll go to jail for fraud, but they've been busting all these people like through Doge, and like nobody's in handcuffs yet. Why have I not seen any charges brought against anybody?
I know. Fuck. One of these episodes are going to be like, finally, this person's in fucking jail, but not yet. We'll see.
I can't wait. That'll be like the Doge Super episode or something.
Oh yeah, we'll be hyped for that one.
Jail.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got
the next thing? Shedeur Sanders. So I'll give a little bit of a background on this here. So Shedeur Sanders, people that don't know, he was the quarterback at CU. He used to go to Jackson State, which is at HBCU, the historically black college and university. That's what HBCU stands for. But he's the son of Deion Sanders, one of the greatest athletes ever. But they went to CU. He had an overall record of 13-12, which is not good. It's not bad, but it's not good.
It's not great, yeah.
But he didn't do that well. He played their only bowl game in the 2 years that he was there. They lost, and he looked like shit. He skipped the NFL Combine. I guess he interviewed badly. I guess that kind of goes in this. But anyways, he was going to get drafted. He ended up getting drafted by the Browns in the 5th round. Everybody projected him to be top 5, maybe top 10 pick in the 1st round. So everyone was like, what the hell's going on? They're blackballing him. The NFL is colluding against him. So here's some people to talk about the part that they're basically making up conspiracy theories.
Okay.
And it always boils down to one thing, dude.
Yep, I know. I think
somebody
I know
like
what you're
this.
Gonna say, yep. Let's see.
Yeah.
What up, world? That's another situation. They hate to see confident niggas. When you black and you confident, you know where you come from, you know who you are, you know what you can do, and you don't need nobody to pat you on the back to give you the confidence. They hate it. They hate it. Even our own people. Our own people be ready to kick us when we down. Shannon going through a little something, and I don't know what's going on. But look how many of y'all happy to see Shannon go through something. I'm praying for all my brothers out here, man, because we all got a wave to catch. It's enough for all of us out here. But it's not surprising to see how many of us can't wait to see one of us go through something. And every man has a wave to catch. It's enough for all of us out here, bro. Every last one of us.
Okay, that one is as racist, but here's this one right here. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
That's the plan. If that's not what you're trying to do, don't give me. If you ain't trying to change the franchise or the culture, don't give me. So you should know history repeats itself over and over and over. And I've done it over and over and over. So it should be no question why NFL franchise should pick me.
If you don't know who that is, that's Shedeur Sanders. That's Deion Sanders' son. He was supposed to be drafted much higher than he actually was. He was expected to be a first-round pick. He went in the 5th or 6th round. And there are a bunch of people saying it's because of his race. They don't like to see a black man confident. They don't want to see a black man do well. They don't like to see a father invested in their son. No.
This guy gets it.
I just showed you is it. Because if I'm an owner, a GM, right, a head coach, and I see this guy who hasn't been drafted telling me what I need to do with my team.
That's one of my things too. It's the NFL makes billions of dollars.
Yeah.
So Shedeur kept talking oh, I'm gonna bring all this shit to the franchise, whoever drafts me, and it's they don't need that, dude. They don't need the circus that's gonna follow you.
Yeah.
Already there's a bunch of hype around him, which is great, but it's not good hype because he's a cocky motherfucker, and there's no problem in being confident. You need to be confident.
Yeah, of course.
And think that you're gonna be a winner. You need to think that. If you think you're gonna be a loser, you suck.
But if you're a cocky moron, I guess I'm too cool for this kind of shit.
Yeah,
that's different. He even says right here he likely dropped because of attitude, and I totally agree. That's probably why. It's just the way he carries himself. That's why he dropped down so low.
Well, everyone's calling racism, and it's what happened was he did not interview well with some of these teams. I mean, some of the people even talked about it later, and we just didn't get a good vibe from him. And that's how it happens when you interview for a job. Sometimes you just don't get the job.
No, that's fair. Bad. Yeah. Yeah, I've had bad interviews.
Yeah.
You know, I've not gotten jobs because of having bad interviews. It happens.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get an interview because I was visibly hungover. That's why I didn't get a job one time.
Yeah. I guess it's a fair reason not to hire somebody.
Yeah, I'm like sweating, dude. I had like sweat stains on my armpits and shit, and I was just like dripping sweat.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
No, I don't blame them too much for that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it was dumb. Yeah, it's just I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. It's just it was a big thing, and people were just freaking out about race, and it's like
it's just that's the thing is it's not everything's about race. Like it's something to fall on. Like it's such a good excuse if you're got colored skin. You know, it's because they're racist because I didn't get what I wanted. You know,
well,
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm starting to see racism like fatigue. People are just like everybody, dude. Like even like this dude, like black people, they're just tired of it, dude. They're so tired of hearing the same fucking thing over and over, just because somebody fell short or they're getting convicted because of whatever of a crime that they actually did. You know?
Right. Yeah.
That Carmelo Anthony case. We don't have to talk about that again, but it's people are just over it, dude. Nobody wants to hear this like excuse.
It all needs to just be reported as this person did this because of their character being shitty. It has nothing else to do. Like this guy right here. This is a successful man, you know, and he just happens to be a black man. You know.
Yeah.
If it was a white guy in his position, it would have been racist for that white guy to be in his position to say that. You know.
Right.
So I'm glad, you know. It's not all racism.
Yeah, and then the other thing too, it's like, well, it's racism, but it's like the top 3 people drafted were all black.
Yeah.
Like the first 3 picks of the entire draft were black dudes.
Right.
And then this whole thing overshadowed Cam Ward, who was the number 1 pick overall.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole thing overshadowed him getting picked. Like nobody cared about it, which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, everybody was talking about this racist shit, racism.
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, Shedeur Sanders, even in failure, stole the whole fucking show.
Right.
I mean, he still got drafted. So,
yeah,
well, he got drafted to the Browns. So,
oh bummer.
Yeah, that's like worse than not.
I feel like that's where he belongs. Yeah. Go to the Browns. Fuck you.
Yeah, I would have just rather go undrafted and sign with like a decent team.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. It took all the shine away from that other guy that actually like put the work in and didn't cry about himself. You know.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You should see the guy that the Broncos drafted, Shedeur something, but he's a cornerback. I don't know why they drafted a cornerback in the first round, but because they need a running back.
Right,
they got a pretty good one. But he's did I tell you this? He was like he's friends with Greg Abbott too, the governor of Texas.
Okay, you brought that up a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he's a Trump guy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Saquon Barkley too just went golfing with Trump.
Oh, tight.
People made a big deal out of that.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't like you. He's racist. It's like, he's just using you for a photo op.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah. It's annoying.
Figures.
Yeah. It's stupid, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. Unless you have more.
Sucks we get... People are getting so used to that shit. And like you said, people are getting fed up with it. It's been so long and just getting dragged on for so long. But... It'll end soon, maybe. I don't fucking know. We'll see. People
I think it's gonna...
attention, and being a victim gets you a lot of attention today. So
yeah, I honestly think it's gonna get worse.
It probably will. Yeah,
because I think white people are gonna start. You might see more. You might see real. Like white supremacist dudes coming out now.
Yeah, some real racists. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a problem for sure. That'll cause a race war, and we don't want that.
Yeah,
we're all family here.
I don't want that shit. But I mean, I'm not gonna be involved in it anyways because I'm not white fully.
True. Yeah, I'm not either. So, Excuse me.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, see, I read this thing though where this dude kind of pointed out. He's like, we came from a generation where we grew up on black, movies with black dudes in it, and the music and all that shit, and like we were super open and accepting. But then something happened when we grew up, and then they started telling us that we're a threat to society and we should feel bad about being white, shit like that. And
yeah.
now
That's
it's
a good
probably dudes are starting to turn to like white supremacy and shit because they're feeling marginalized, basically.
Damn, yeah, it's like creating racists.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. That's crazy to think about. I don't doubt it. I mean, some people, I'm sure some people are fuming.
Oh, yeah.
Fuming.
Yeah,
but
them boys are fuming.
Yep. All right, well, we'll move off the racism for a bit.
Yeah, I hate racism, dude. It's gay.
It is. It's just it's retarded. There's no need for it anymore. There never was need for it. That was bad. I should rephrase that. There's never been a need for it.
Yeah.
I said there shouldn't be need for it anymore. Before. Just kidding.
You know. Things happen.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyways.
So.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. This is about the. There has been changes in the auto industry. So I got a little short here. She kind of explains it. And then I have some more detail we can kind of talk about after this. So.
Word.
Now I can confirm, according to a White House official, exactly what the president will be signing this afternoon. There are going to be two parts to this auto tariff relief. The first is a destacking, they're calling, of tariffs. This means that for auto companies that are already subject to the 25% tariff on all autos and auto parts, that remains in place, but they are no longer having to pay anything that might overlap with that. Mostly the steel and aluminum tariffs, as well as the Canada and Mexico tariffs. None of those will apply to the auto companies any longer. The other part of this is a rebate. This is going to be applied up front for the next 2 years to auto companies to sort of offset the impact of the tariffs. They'll get 3.75% back in the first year, 2.5% back in the second year, and that's going to be based on the retail value of the car and the percentage of it that's American made. So trying to offset again that tariff impact, and it's a way of sort of rewarding these companies. The Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is out with a statement saying that this is giving these companies some runway in exchange for cooperating so far with the administration and trying to move as much of their manufacturing back to the U.S. as possible. Now I can confirm companies. The Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is out with a statement saying
okay. Sounded like she said Lutnick is out. She said Lutnick is out.
Lutnick, okay.
I thought she said Lutnick is out.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. The prison system and auto tariffs go hand in hand, dude. Just kidding. So that's really good news for the auto sector, at least for Americans, because there's still the 25% tariffs, I believe, on Canada and Mexico.
Canada.
Let's see. I'm gonna skip over all the boring parts here. So a big problem that people were having was with steel and aluminum, and that was going to lose a lot of money. But vehicles and auto parts subject to new 25% Section 232 tariffs will no longer be additionally taxed under separate 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum or goods from Canada and Mexico. So that's actually good for everybody.
I thought we got most of our steel from China.
I know a lot we got from Canada, I'm pretty sure, because I know the auto sector was a huge thing with the tariffs in Canada, especially. Well, no, because I think it was mainly Mexico, because there's so many manufacturing companies in Mexico for the auto sector. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah,
I do know that a lot of parts are made there.
Yeah, the parts especially. The tariffs on Chinese imports. Some as high as 145% remain in effect. So China's not included in this. This is just the North American world, which is really good because we've been having problems with that. So that gives some assembly incentives. Automakers assembling vehicles in the U.S. between April 3rd, 2025 and April 30th, 2026 will receive a credit of 3.75 of the vehicle's value. So they're going to be making some money back, which is good. This is all good news for the auto industry.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to open up Detroit again for manufacturing like it used to be.
That would bring their economy up quite a bit. You know, Detroit used to be one of the most, just one of the highest growing cities in America in like the 50s. And now how rapidly it's just a shithole. Like my whole life it's been a shithole. I've always heard of Detroit as a shithole. But in the 50s, it was like one of the most booming cities in America. And, the auto industry was huge. All the manufacturing companies down there was a huge reason why.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything else interesting about this. I just thought this was good news. There's been a lot of talks about tariffs, but there's been a little slack on it now. So
people don't understand fucking tariffs too, and just how any of this shit works. I mean, we're learning as well, but at the same time, like you gotta have an understanding and open mind that like nothing these fools do is overnight. So it takes a while for these things to kick in, and everybody just expects immediate results. In the new age that we live in, instant gratification is just expected now.
Well, and that comes with brain rot. Like I've doom scrolled, Yeah. And like so many people can't sit there and watch a 20-minute video, but they can watch, like 10,000 30-second videos a day. It's just like, oh, I need something new right now. The fucking attention span is just gone. So I think that is falling. I'm guilty too. Yeah. But I think that's definitely falls into instant gratification, like you said, especially with shit like this. The whole tariffs thing is eventually going to come back and just be better for Americans, especially. It's the whole point of all of it. It's not to destroy the country.
Yeah, that's his whole. Did we talk about this before the podcast? Like his whole goal
before
is to,
the podcast.
Like his whole goal is to want to like make the country better. I mean, he doesn't even have to be fucking president.
Yeah, never have had to. Yeah.
He's doing it for free too.
And with his business mindset too, it's he's got a different outlook on this shit. He's the first. I think he's the first president that is a businessman. The rest were generals and just politicians. He's the first actual like businessman that became president.
Wasn't Reagan a movie star?
Was he? I think he was. I have heard that. Yeah.
But I don't know if he got into politics after movies or he just went from retirement from movies to being president. I don't know.
I'm not too sure either. I'm not sure.
I thought he was your favorite, dude. You're supposed to know this.
Yeah, apparently not that much. It's my mom's favorite, which made him my favorite. My mom loves Reagan. Loves him. She loves him. My grandparents did too, back when they were Republicans. And then Trump came into the picture. Fully flipped. Just overnight. It's crazy. People are crazy.
The only thing I don't really like about him is he did start the whole drug war thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Apparently the drug war doesn't exist anymore. It still does, but like it's not as big of. What am I trying to say here? I heard somebody say like how the talks of the drug war has hushed down within like the last 10 years or whatever, but it's actually worse than ever. Out. It's chilled out, but it's actually worse than ever.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, I have nothing else on that, so I'm not going to talk about it too much.
Yeah, fuck this.
Well, yeah, that's really it for the auto tariffs. I mean, it's just good news. So everything's going to become more domestic. There's going to be credit coming back to these companies. It's going to hurt them for a bit, but it's going to come back and be beneficial for everybody here in North America. So
yeah, when they said rebate, I was thinking they meant for us, but like to incentivize people buying American cars or something. But
yeah, I think it's still over time going to be that, because I think we're still going to. I'm pretty sure we're still trying to manufacture most things here in the long run, but I think to stop causing so much havoc here. That was weird. You fucking... I'll just edit that out. But you froze, and then I could still see your screen, and you were moving in your screen. But you were frozen, but not in your screen recording. That was strange.
What the hell?
Yeah. So, we're good. I'll just edit that out.
Word.
Back.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. We're back, baby.
All right, yeah, we're back. Technical difficulty.
Yeah. Quick one. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
What do we got here?
All right, anyways, I don't remember what I was saying, but we want to be independent. That's right. We want to be independent.
Yeah.
Make stuff here.
Yep. 'Tis the goal.
Yes. So this happened in our city that we live in.
Yep. Colorado Springs.
Yeah,
home,
it's been
baby.
A big fucking deal.
Yeah. See, I've been wondering because... Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. I mean, I don't think you talk.
See, I haven't actually seen the video of this. This is crazy. So we
Why'd
have...
they blur it up? It wasn't
I don't know.
like this when they showed it originally.
Damn, dude, there's so many people in there. Because I know it's like
Yeah.
kind of like a nightclub type deal. So these is like full of illegals. Full of them. Apparently it's a rundown building. I don't know.
I think they arrested... How many people did they arrest? I think there was 114 or something illegal people.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah. I heard about this, but I haven't actually seen this. We have had a Venezuelan problem, and apparently there's a lot of Venezuelans here, from what I've heard.
Yeah. I think there's Tren de Aragua and...
Yeah, that's the Venezuelan gang.
people there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, see, the thing is this wasn't an ICE raid. That's why people were freaking out so much. They were like, they're just there finding illegals. It's like, no, they just happen to be there. This is actually a DEA bus.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were trafficking drugs and guns and...
There's prostitution, all kinds of shit going in there, yeah. Damn, look at that big bitch.
A bunch of... yeah.
Sorry. That's wild. Yeah, see, it's happening everywhere, guys. A city near you. Happened in our city.
Yeah.
You know, Denver's next. I know Denver, an hour north of us. There's a lot of illegals up there. That was a sanctuary city, so.
Yeah.
See what's gonna happen up there. If they already hit us, you know, it's inevitable up there.
Well, Polis too. Like after this stuff happened, he actually said something that I was kind of surprised about. He was saying that we're not a sanctuary state or whatever.
Really?
Like, you know, we're gonna work with law enforcement to like clean up Colorado and shit like that. They're actually gonna work with Trump to get like
Polis said this. Really? That wow. I mean, good for him. I still don't like the guy, but that's what's up. I mean, it's a lean in the right direction, Polis. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Well, except they just passed some bill that makes it like they can take your kids away if you don't like go along with their gender identity thing.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
right back to fucked. Yeah, we're a very liberal state. We're probably Colorado Springs is probably one of the least liberal cities, but we're getting there. We're getting there for sure.
Yeah, our mayor's pretty liberal. However, he also was that's the reason why this happened, because he's working with the feds.
Yeah.
To get like these things out of the state, which is kind of cool. I mean, I'm not like super sold on cops. I don't think that all of them are good. You know, I'm not like a
no, of course not. Yeah, it's impossible for all of them to be.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of corruption with cops and shit, but I mean, they're a necessity.
Yeah, of course, I agree. Yeah, if you want a functioning society that's just not crime ridden, you know, you got to have some kind of police force. You know, if they were gone, it would just be chaos. People would just do whatever they wanted. There's been a police force or some kind of force throughout history, you know, to kind of tame us regular people. And yeah, there's always going to be corrupted cops. Always.
Yeah, it happens at every level. I mean, I've worked with managers that were like corrupt. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, same. Yeah.
Just shitty people everywhere.
Yeah, there's just shitty people that just pass exams, you know?
Yeah.
It
Lie
happens.
their way to the top.
Yeah. And in like the whole back in that defund the police thing, I think that was retarded. Because I think there needs to be more funding for the police so that you can train and get those fucking shitty police out of there. You need more funding for that. You know?
Yeah.
It costs money to train good cops.
Yeah, it used to be like a little bit too anti-cop. So when they were like defund the police, I was like, yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
So I was like on that train, but then I stopped thinking like that after when they started rioting and shit.
Right. Yeah.
But the protesters, I did give them props in Minnesota when they burned down the police station, because I was like, well, at least they took their thing to the source of the problem.
Yeah, instead of like a Target or something, because I know Target was literally getting targeted.
Yeah.
So many Targets fucking got raided and burnt down and shit. I was like, why? You're just in there to get free shit, you know?
Let's go butt rape a Target, dude.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
ICE is out there. If you're illegal, watch out,
They're gonna
dude.
get you.
They're looking for you. They're looking
get
for
you.
you. They gonna get you. Ooh, they almost had you.
They gonna get you.
Like, was it Herbert? I'm
Herbert
gonna
the
get
pervert?
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
You
you.
little Mexican.
Yeah.
You slippery little Mexican.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, I guess that's it. That was all the links.
Yeah, that's all we got, guys. I mean, that's what's going on around our city and your city alike in this great country of ours.
Yeah, well, there's always shit happening, so come back again here in a few days. We'll have some more shit for you guys.
Absolutely.
World news coming up next.
Ooh, another one.
Yeah.
It's always fun. Always fun bringing it to you guys and giving it to you.
Yeah. Give it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some news, boy.
We should just steal the Hodge Twins' idea, dude.
Yeah.
Steal their whole thing.
What was that? Damn good show. Yeah, we're gonna get sued by the Hodge Twins.
Yeah. Don't sue us.
Yeah, don't sue us. We're not as cool as you guys yet.
Yeah, dude. We need tans. We need tans, and then we'll be like them.
Yeah, maybe some like bodybuilder bronze, but put a bunch on. It's doesn't count as blackface. It's bronze face. It's different.
I thought about going to some tanning beds.
Yeah.
Just get a little booster tan, but I might as well do it naturally. I just don't wear sunscreen. That's my only problem.
Yeah, it's spring. Fucking summer's here. We'll go camping. We'll just go sprawl out in the dirt, get our tan on, dude.
Butt ass naked.
Or we'll go fishing or something and get our tan on.
Yeah, I just don't like to take my shirt off though in front of people. Because I have disgusting fat body, dude.
I like doing it, but tank tops. That's fine, dude. I don't know how many people like see my nipples and belly button every day, so I just really need my arms and my neck.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Yeah,
but
trying to get dark, dude.
Yeah, it does not take long for my Indian side to start coming out. I get dark quick. Summertime, I am like 3 shades darker than I am right now. Right now, I look pasty and red.
I guess it's kind of red too. My this is my driving arm, like my next to the window, my left arm. So like, it's a little tanner than my right one, but I get pretty tan, dude.
I don't know if you could see it. Probably not. I still have like a white strip right here. From
I kind of see it. Yeah.
Last summer, I had a watch, and I went. It was one day, and I still have a fucking white strip right there. It's crazy. It's been a whole year, dude.
It's
actually
holds up, dude.
This watch right here made me white right there.
Fucking white watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, guys.
All right. Thanks for watching. We love you.
Peace out.
Peace.